Okay, so here's my stack of papers that I want to show you how they turned out after dyeing. This is just simply a piece of the pack of scrapbook paper so you can see the whiteness for comparison. This is one of my book pages. I had a cocoa ink pad and it actually came out with a little bit of green to it. You can really see the aged look on that. You know, I expected it to be like more of a brown color, but I'm kind of like how that turned out. That'll be good to make some nice pieces of ephemeral with. So we'll lay book pages over here. All right. Then this is one that I use, gosh, I can't remember if I used the light orange on this or Vintage Photo. I think I used Vintage Photo. It did seep through a little bit on the other side, but that's okay. Just gives it more of an age kind of look. So we'll put it over here in the scrapbook pile. This is another one of the book pages. I just took my napkins or my paper towels when I was done and just wiped the extra ink onto book pages. So some of these I'm not even sure what colors they were. You could kind of tell by looking at them, some not so much. Of course, here is a darker blue. Some of them wrinkled up big time, and I guess the ones that got wet are wrinkled up. But I even like, can you hear that crinkly like sound that you get when you dye it? This is one I got a lighter blue. This is that orange that was real light. Almost gives it that Vintage Photo kind of ink look. This is just pink that was left on my pink cloth, so I went ahead and used it. I did another blue one here. It kind of went through a little bit on the other side, but I like how it turned out. Here is a green one that I did on book page. Another pink, because it has pink colors on the back, and it'll go well with the pink rose journal that I'm working on. This is what was left over of the blue ink, so I used it on this one. This is the pink. This is straight the ink pad. I used the ink pad to color this one up. So it is quite a bit darker pink, but I like it. There's my green, darker one. And I just kind of blotted that and it gave it a nice texture look. Really pleased with how it turned out. In fact, when I dye again, I think I'll use that blotting again. In a few places it kind of bled through, but it kind of adds to the character of that paper, I believe. And I can just put a book on these or iron them and they will flatten right back out for me. This one is just barely a pink color. I don't know if you can see that. This is the orange on a piece of digital on the back side, and I just used the orange on the back. This is a lighter version of the orange. Again, it gives that almost like a Vintage Photo look. Here is a lighter version of my pink. My pink was kind of a bright pink that I used. And here's, I'm going to lay my digitals up this way so you can see those. And then here is the pink copy paper digital. It did okay. I mean, it got a little dark there where it bled through a little bit. And it did not run the ink on the other side. So not having your paper towel quite as wet, you could still spread ink without ending up everywhere. And then I was just playing with my Vintage Photo since the cocoa didn't turn out. I don't really like how it turned out. This is a different, just plain drawing paper. I kind of like it, but I don't like where you can see where I wiped it. So I may take just a wet paper towel and see if I can, if I wet it down again, I can get rid of where you can see the actual white marks. And just for fun, I used the Vintage Photo plain and just rubbed it on the paper. It turned out really dark. But I have an idea for this to make it look more like faux leather. So that's probably what I'll do with this piece. So there you have it, folks. Easy way to dye papers. All you need are some old ink pads that you might have on hand, or some any kind of an ink, and you just water it down and rub it on with the paper towel like I did earlier in the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. I would really appreciate that. I'm working toward 100 subscribers. Once I reach 100 subscribers, I do plan to have a giveaway as I'm getting closer there. Still have a ways to go. I have a few more than I did just in my last video, so please keep spreading the word. Like, share, subscribe if you like what you see. This is your All Things Junk Journal channel, and even for people who have some limitations, you can certainly learn quite a few techniques here that I share with you, ways that I do things. So you all have a wonderful day, and if you're not in your craft room, I highly recommend that you get to your craft room and see what you can do with some dyed papers.